Well, good morning. Hello. How we doing? Today's Thursday. It means we're over the hump. Hey, but it also means we're working on the detective journal. Anyway, this is Bima's Crafty Corner. I'm Bima, better known as Els. And today we're going to be working on our detective journal. And we have a lot of stuff for that. It's a big one. And this is kind of a different type of journal. This is an album journal. We're doing we're mixing old-fashioned scrapbook album with modern day journal. So we have this book, which is kind of a flippy album type book, and we're going to be putting journaling parts in between. So right now we're just building the basics, these parts. And then we'll work on getting the signatures put in. We have signatures. We just haven't put them in yet. So we have a lot of stuff. I printed up some more ephemera and some more pages so that we have enough because, well, yesterday I kind of doused some of them in orange soda. Oopsie. And we have some scraps, and we have some Temu paper, and we've got all kinds of stuff. So let me grab this, because this is like our cuts of paper, and we'll get that out. We have this. I don't know what we're doing with that, but there's some more of it. We got this. I actually bought this from Temu, but I also bought it from Etsy, from the seller on Etsy. So basically, I just used Temu to print, because it was actually cheaper than going to the printer. We have black envelopes. Those are always fun. We have a big bag of ephemera. And then, of course, we have our signatures, which we're going to put away because we're not using those just yet. The other thing that we have for this, let me see if I can find it. I know I can. It's here someplace. Here it is we have a bunch of these from Heartfelt Creations, who is the creator of this particular album. And these are all like little inserts and stuff. And I have one here that I thought would be fun. And here's the thing. Look at these things. They're just these massive pieces. And so, we can do all kinds of stuff with them. We can do all kinds of flips and things. And we can keep them whole, or we can cut them up. And I think this one I'm going to cut here and here. And we're going to close this as a pocket and then put this in as a flip someplace. And then we might do something over with this piece too. I don't know. We're going to find out. So let's say hello to everybody who's in the room. Tina, hi, babe. Hi, Sabrina. Hello, Miss Maggie. Okay, you need hubby's help. You're wondering if you could ask him why you keep getting the message that says your connection is unstable. Who's your cable company? He would like to know. So I'm going to try to use the finger. So she says she called her internet and they said that everything was good, that it's YouTube. She has Spectrum.
Possible.
Huh?
It's possible. Particular websites have issues, and there is. I'm trying to remember the website. There's a website that tells you when particular websites are having issues, like YouTube and gaming, streaming, that sort of services.
Okay, he says there's a website that you can look it up, but he's gonna try and remember it. He's gonna do a little research and see if he can find it. If he does, I'll give it to you, where you can check to see if servers for particular websites are having issues. I know I have that same issue sometimes with YouTube. I get a message across the top that says, "Hey, try reconnecting." in the middle of, plus you also have to remember there are some outages across the country from some recent storms and things. So if there's something down the line, it could be limiting your service. StreamYard for over an hour, no problem. Yeah, so it's probably just YouTube servers having a problem.
Okay, there's a website called Down Detector that if you just Google YouTube instability, it's like one of the first things that you can click on. It's currently reporting outages, YouTube outages reported in the last 24 hours, heavily at about 7 p.m. last night. As about 10 o'clock, not as many, or 10 a.m. this morning.
Hi, Christine. Did you hear that? So it's called
Down Detector.
downdetector.com. And they can tell you if there's outages going on in some of the major websites.
It's the YouTube outages reported in the last 24 hours.
There you go. YouTube outages in the last 24 hours. It'll tell you.
There's a graph there.
All right. So let's do some tags for this, because this is where we left off yesterday. I know we're jumping around. It's weird. But we put this pocket in and we used the gussets. And I'm thinking that was probably not a good idea, because just putting one journal card in here, it's very, you get the idea. So we'll probably have to put something else in here as well. But we're going to do some tags or cards or something for these right now. And we have some pieces and parts. Let's just see if these will fit. They will fit. That one will fit. This one's a little bit different sized. That one's a little snug, but we'll trim it down. Or we could use this one. All right, so these two will fit, so we'll use those. So we're going to work on these right now. So let's get the book out of the way. Hi, Nicole. So let's work on these. Yay, this scrap is wide enough. So I'm just going to trim these straight, because I know they're not straight, because I cut them with a scissor, which means they're wonky. Very, very wonky. Oh, yeah. Very wonky. All right. Feeling a little jittery. Give me a second. You got your package? Cool. Feeling a little jittery. I just ate breakfast, but I'm feeling a little weird. My sugar was actually high. So let me see. What did I do? Oh, where's my pokey tool? Yeah, I need the other pokey tool, not that pokey tool. Let's poke this one. Oh, keep it. She's not here right now. Oh, no, my sugar's good. Okay. I mean, what it should be for having just eaten breakfast and a bunch of fruit. Okay, so we're going to put these down. I'm going to use tape just because it's quick, you know. It's quick, it's easy. There's no stress for this because, you know, they're journaling cards, for crying out loud. If you got stress on your journaling cards, you have an issue. You know what I mean? All right. So we're going to put that on there. We'll do the other one. Hey, that was not nice. Well, fiddly fat. Okay, well, that one's dead. Yeah, that one's dead. Okay, let's get out a different one. I have a bunch of these that are, partially used. Hey, this one's quiet. Tombo's quiet. I don't like Tombow, though. Okay. Now we'll trim these out. Get that out of there. Take that out of there. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Nicole got one of your dyes in her bag. They're sticky little suckers. Look, I'm one person. Every now and then I screw something up. What can I say? Okay. So we have those. Let's round corners. And then we're going to put some paper on the back. I don't know. Maybe we'll leave it like that. I don't know. Nah, we're going to put some paper on the back. I have 900 of those little chads on the floor, just so you guys know. All right. So these are a little bit different in size. So let's measure. This one says that it is 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. So 3 7/8 by 2 5/8. This one is 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Yes, 2 3/4 by 4. So this one's going to be 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. All right, so we're going to cut those. Oh, look, we got paper right here. Let's use this. Okay. All right. So 2 1/2. Let's see. Oh, poison. By 3 3/4. That's for that one. And this one needs to be 2 5/8. Let's get rid of this. By 3 7/8. Okay. Put those over there. Getting one for your birthday? Yay! It's your birthday. Get the machine. It's your birthday. I have to go out in the box and dig out one of the big ones because Sandy wants one of the big ones. And she's already paid me for it, and I haven't gotten it out yet. Boogerhead. Okay. So what are we using here? What ink are we using on Scorched Timber? Okay. Da 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 da. Inky dinky doo. Inky dinky, inky dinky doo. Inky dinky. Inky dinky doo. You'll like to inky too. So I'm in a holding pattern for my trip. Let's see what else is on the calendar. Brian is postponing his D-stash because his niece's birthday is this coming Saturday, and he wants to make sure that he's there with her because he's a good uncle. And so he is going to be spending that day with her at her party. So we're going to put his sale off. I don't know, maybe a week or so. We're going to figure it out. My sale is going to be Sunday because the 7th is, middle of the week. Let's be honest. Nobody wants to go to a sale in the middle of the week. So we're going to do it on Sunday. Plus, Hubbard's off, which opens up the time I can have it, I did a little stamping on this piece of paper, and apparently I got some ink over here, but that's cool. We'll live with it. It's just a little smudge. And I would think that he would have a smudge. I have a bone to pick. Some of these designers, and I'd say, think that Sherlock Holmes is, they got the time period all screwed up. Oh, wow. I got all kinds of junk in here. What do I got? Time to clean the basket out again, guys. Hold on. I'll show you. Time to clean out the basket again. There's supposed to be like a few little things in there. And it's like full of stuff. Okay, so let's see. Nope. Little scissors. Well, see, that's the thing. I kind of wanted it to be like, Sherlock Holmes-esque, that genre. And there's Lady Detective. There's like 20 different ones that are Lady Detective where Sherlock Holmes is actually a woman. And then most of them, they're like set in the wrong period. They don't have like I saw one card. It was really cool. I liked it. And I was like, that's awesome. But then I took a better look at it and realized it had modern handcuffs. They have Sherlock Holmes running around in a top hat, which he never wore. He wore a deerstalker. Like they just have it. The time period is all wrong. But, what should I do when, they put in quotes, the game is afoot. No, he never said that. Come on, people, get your crap together, This needs something. This is what I'm talking about. This is in a Sherlock Holmes. That is a 1950s fedora. You know what I mean? Like totally not the right time period. So I have like 5 or 6 different digitals that I've purchased from Etsy. And I have to piece it all together with little bits and pieces of each one. Because there'll be some stuff that's appropriate and then some stuff that's way off the mark. Way off the mark. And then there's like a lot of them went to the Sherlock, the TV series. There's a lot of that in there too. You know, the modern series of Sherlock Holmes. I don't even remember the actor's name, but very modern. All right, let's get our book and see if we like these in those pockets. Right. This is the going in here. This one is going up here. Perfect. Ooh, I'm gonna add a little glue to the top there. It's a little separated. Perfect. It fits just down in there below the edge. That's what we want. We don't want it sticking up. What do you think? I like it. I might do this pipe. No. No. Nope. Nope. So, yeah, so I mean, we're kind of going a little bit abroad as far as like detective type stuff, but I don't know. I just can't go with now we're going to go to girl Sherlock. You know what I mean? So we're a little limited as far as like design. I'm going to make a word chip out of this, by the way. Because I can. Okay. A little more over there. Okay. Hey now. And then I dropped the piece on the floor. Okay, we got it. I got this. All right, here it is. All right, so we're going to put this in. I don't know where we're putting it, but we're putting it. Well, apparently we're going to stick it to my thigh. Not upside down, Else. Come on, get your crap together, woman. You didn't ink. Oh, guys, I'm telling you, I'm not together this morning. Now we need to put more glue on that. Why? Because we just rubbed it off with our finger. Okay, it still needs something. I just don't know what it needs. You know, like it needs a little something. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. We're going to take a look. Let's see what we got. What do we got? Nope. It's not that. It's something and it's needed here. I just checked it. Ask everybody. I did it on screen. You know what? Let me see if I can find. I have a whole thing of like clocks and stuff. Let me see if I have a pocket watch. Because that would be appropriate. Look in there. Oh, goodness. I got my very last Temu order yesterday. It's all just paper, but, you know, kind of sad. All right, let's see. I need... Just start dragging stuff out. What's that? I don't know. Let's pull it out and see. All right. These all look like they could have parts in them we could use. We'll look at it later. Let's see. We need a pocket watch. Let's get out some of these. All right. What do you think? Do you think his pocket watch was kind of rustic or really prissy? Or is it just the mechanics of it? What do you think? There's like the internal workings of Big Ben. That seems like a very Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. Let's see. What else do we have? That one. We've already got one of those out. Just the outside of it. Clean and simple. All right. Let's take a look. Which one do we like? Put those away. All right. So we have just the outside, which I think looks too feminine. That's too feminine. We have the grungy one. Let's see. We have this one. That one. Then there's this one. Sorry. He's very cranky right now. It's his daughter's birthday, and he hasn't seen her in 4 years. She bailed. Okay. So let's put, I don't trust adhesive on stickers. We all know this. I like the grungy one. Like, I think this would be the one, you know, like it could be evidence. It may not be his. It may be evidence, you know. Oh. All right. So let's move that out of the way. All right. So we've completed this first flip. We have the front cover. We don't have anything yet on the inside cover, and we'll work on that. Let me put this up where you guys can see it. So we have this one, and then when you turn it, we have this, which we're going to add something else to, probably a tag or something, because we need more bulk in here. Then we flip it open. We have some writing space. We have a couple of journaling cards. Then over here, we have a big pocket with a nice journaling card in it. And we have a tab on that page. We turn it. We have more writing space. Then over here, we have that 3-dimensional belly band with that giant journaling card. And then we flip and we have this flip. So this is what we're going to work on today. So we need something out here, something in here, and something here. So let's see. Oh, no. No. All right, let me see. I'm going to grab out our paper. That's a piece we've already cut up. See, this is what I mean. Like, this paper is perfect because it's what we're using, but this, and this are not period appropriate. So we have to work around those things, you know? Okay, here we go. Let's see. I don't want to use the same one over and over and over. But there's not a lot of variety in these. So we use this. More specifically, this one. Oh my God, guys. So the ongoing saga of the printer. So they told me that they sent my printing supplies out on the 26th. They didn't actually ship them until yesterday. So I have a store-bought cartridge in my machine that I paid for. They will not let that cartridge work. Everything I print comes out purple because there's no black ink, because they're not using it, because it's not a instant ink tank. So I get like this much of the page that's actually color, like the way it's supposed to be, and then the rest of it's all purple. Such a pain in the ass. Okay, so we're going to put this here. So let's see, what size do we need? Does anybody know what I did with the damn ruler again? There it is. Okay. All right, so this page, which doesn't come all the way to the bottom, is different than all the other sizes. So let's see what we've got here. We have 8 by 6 3/8. Yes? Yes. 6 3/8. So 6 and we'll go 6 by 7 3/4. So let's get that cut. So we need 6 inches wide. So let's go ahead and take off this edge. This edge anyway. We'll take that out to 6. What did we say? Were we doing this at 6? Okay, it is. It is 6. So we're going at 5 3/4. Okay. Now let's get rid of this top piece. And I'm measuring the wrong side over here. That is 8. So 7 3/4. All right. Let's test fit this. All right, good enough. But it's upside down. Let's put it this way. All right, so we're gonna do this. And I think we'll do a pocket over here. So let's put some ink on this paper. Oh. So, you know, my Don't Kill People pills. I went to pick those up yesterday for the first time in about 4 months. And I'll tell you what, in December of last year, they cost me 95 cents. In January, they were $1.90. I went and picked up my April pills, May pills, for the month. $7.89. Wow. I was like, damn. That's a hell of a jump. All right, now I'm going to glue this in because I'm probably going to end up putting a pocket on here, like I said. And so I want to make sure that, it's nice and stable. So we shall use glue. Let's get that off of there. Okay. And we're going to go this way because we're putting the pocket on that side. Right? Right. Okay. Okay. That is on. Now, I have this piece that is too long. Okay, but I think this is 8 inches. Yes. Okay, so yeah, this is like an inch too long. So we're going to cut an inch off of this. Or put it all the way through the trimmer. That always works too. Then we'll give that a shot and see what it looks like. Now, we don't want it to interfere with this popping up. So I'm going to take just a little bit more off, just a hair. Like a 1/16 of an inch. And that will go right there. And then I don't really want to do this like full on paper. I just want to decorate it a little bit. So I think we're going to glue this down and then we'll decorate it. Yes? Yes. Okay. Sounds like a good plan. Okay. Okay. Ooh. What do you think of that, guys? All right, let's see. Okay, so let me put this in here because I can. And I do kind of like that envelope in there. It has a bit of an authentic feel to it. I like that. And let's see. I don't want to use that one. Let's see. So we pulled a bunch of these out too that we said, might have something in it that we could use. Definitely the burnt paper would work. I don't know about that. Whew. Let's take a look in here. These are like all vintage kind of, tags and stuff. Let's see what we got. Oh. No. Too big. We need something small because we already have a big element. So these are all going to be too big. Okay. So let's see. So these are probably going to be too big too. We'll look. I don't know, but we could put that on there. That would look good on there. Yeah. All right. This needs something. I think I have it. I come into this every day and I don't ever have a plan. Besides, we're going to do what we've been working on. And somehow I manage to figure this out every time. I don't know. All right. Where's my little, there it is. Okay. So we're going to need to round these little corners right here and here. This is just a thumbprint kind of thing, like a fingerprint. I think that would be cool. Just, we'll throw a little ink on the edge, take a look at it, see what it looks like. Yes. Okay. We're going to do that. No specific particular reason. I just think that it, it's kind of cool there. There. And then this guy, we're going to put some ink on him. Put him on the envelope. Like somebody was trying to hide evidence. And I'll see if I can burn a piece of paper later, put it in there. I'm not going to burn paper live. Oh, the humanity. Oh. As it catches fire and my desk burns up. Let's put it in right side up. Just like that. There we go. I think that belongs there. Okay. So this is just, it's just an envelope that we can, maybe put some journaling cards or something in. But I think it'll be interesting just kind of in there. You know what I mean? And I will see if I have something that's like, says confidential or something like that, Something like those, along those lines. We'll see. If I can find something like that, we'll put it on there. All right, so we now need to work on the inside of this. But it is time for Hubbard to start work. So I'm going to put this back on, sort of, because that's got to go on. We're going to do this part and this part tomorrow. Maybe get this one done too. Who knows? But we're going to work on it. I might come back on later this evening too. We might work on this during art therapy. I could do that, because, well, it's art therapy. I can do anything I want. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on because there is some changes to the schedule. Okay. So first change is we now have videos through the end of July. July is, we got a few extra ones that need to go in here. A few more, but basically, Today, there was a video released. It's the Tabapalooza. It's making all kinds of tabs. We're actually going to do that tomorrow with Craft With Me. We're going to do the Tabapalooza. We're going to just try everything and anything, and we're going to make some tabs, okay? What else? So Brian has canceled his sale for the 3rd, which means we're probably going to move it out to the 10th. I'm not sure yet. Don't quote me on that. We have 2 videos next week. On the 5th and on the 8th. We have a tea bag pocket, which is cute. And then we have a 7-pocket mini one-page wonder. I don't remember. My sale is on Sunday, so we'll have the game, and then Sunday afternoon will be the sale. Anybody who purchased from the pop-up that I had last week, I will bill both of those sales together, so you get a single shipping. What else? I had a few people that asked for specific things, and I'm working on getting those out there. The thing is with those boxes are very heavy and they're stacked. And I don't have Buggy this weekend because there was a problem over at his place, over at his mom's house, so he had to stay there. Nothing major. Nothing major. Just one of the kids is sick, kind of thing, and she doesn't like, to send a kid over here that might be sick. If Pop gets sick, he gets bronchitis and pneumonia at the same time. So she tries to keep the kids away from here when they're sick, when there's any kind of sickness, just to protect him. Because it's a pain in his butt. And when it knocks him down, it knocks him down. Superman becomes, Clark Kent. Real quick.
Superman down to kryptonite, though.
Yeah. Those kids with their sicknesses, it's kryptonite for him. So we have that. There are, this month is booked with videos. As you guys can see, it's very full, but it's solid. We've got file folder projects. We've got one-page wonder projects. We've got hidden projects. We've got beginners projects this month. So all kinds of stuff. We have page toppers. We have tabs. There's so much stuff going on right now, okay? So May is a very, very busy month. June is almost exactly the same. It's very heavy videos, lots of concepts and things to do. So keep those, keep the schedule in mind. And I will see you all tonight for art therapy. And I don't know if we're going to work in the book or not, because the book's getting, it's getting, wow, So I may work for art therapy tonight. I may work in the Sherlock journal. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Maybe I'll just sit here and make ephemera for it. But we have a lot of stuff going on. And this is going to be a very, very busy month. And I expect to be traveling at some point within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know exactly where I'm going yet. I'm supposed to be going to Northern California, but I don't want to go up there. Michelle's not feeling well, and I don't want to go up there and insinuate myself into her life, kind of thing, while she's not well. So, but I do need to, I need to get my travel season started. So I don't know. I'm either going north or south. I'm definitely not going east. It's going to be north or south. That's it, guys. So, hey, I know. We'll work on this tonight for art therapy. I'll work on these. Make these little flippy things. And cut them down, and we'll make some of those for the book. All right. So, if you're new here and I haven't offended you, yay me. Let's see. Check out the community tab. Hit the subscribe button. You can get a list of everything that I have going on. Let me see. I have one over here. I know I do. Here it is. This is the old list because it still has March on it. But this has been updated as of last night. So it's now all the way through July. Okay. So, yeah, that's an old copy. It's got March, April. But it only goes to the 1st of June. Yeah. Okay. So you can get a copy of this. If you want to copy it, all you have to do is just, right click and scan to the end, and then left click, scan to the end, right click, print, and it'll print that out for you. You can get a copy on both the Facebook group on the community or on the community tab here on YouTube. What else? Hey, if you're not on my Happy Mail list, why not get on it? All you have to do is instant message me through Facebook, or you can email me. All that information is in the description box below. Just tell me that you'd like to be on my Happy Mail list, and about once a year I will send you a Happy Mail. I send them out. I send 4 or 5 out every month. Actually, it's close to about every 3 weeks. So I get those in the mail, and people get them. Nice big envelope full of stuff. Also, you might want to check out my Ko-Fi. There's some free digitals in there. And if you are so inclined, join my Patreon. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels on my Patreon. So there's something there for everyone. And that lets me know that you support what I do here on the channel. And just as a side note, if you are a top supporter, 1 year of your support has me on the road for 1 day. So really, that's what I use the money for. I use it for traveling so that I can go and meet friends and scavenger across the country. So that's it. That's all I have. Until I see you guys again, stay hydrated, stay indoors, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye.
If you have any further questions, feel free to give us a call. We're available 24/7. We can be reached at